Hello everybody and welcome to the Bristol Motor Speedway for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series NR2003 presented by Ohio Logistics, and the second race of our Craftsman Truck Series playoffs here in this opening round of 10. Christian Eckes, the real-life race winner from earlier this year, starts on pole alongside Ty Majeski, a former Bristol winner, as well as we get ready to get underway here in Bristol. The green flag's down. We are underway here at the last great Coliseum. Who's going to bring home a victory here in the playoff? Second race of the playoffs here. Bristol 3. Here comes the 7 of Connor Zilisch, 3 wide for the lead going into turn 1 for the first time. No trouble behind us. There goes Corey Hyman into the wall. Lane Riggs upside down. The 38 on his side, up and over, tumbling down through turn 3 and 4. Taylor Gray hooks his teammate Hyman to the wall, sends Lane Riggs upside down, up and over, tumbling down the banking, and brings out the caution on just the very first lap here at Bristol. A chaotic start to this race. As we continue on now after that wild crash, Lane Riggs will be out of the race before he could even get a chance to get started. We know he's such a good short track racer. He won Milwaukee in real life about a month ago, and now back underway here Bristol is Zilisch and Majeski on the front row. How about the rookie in his second ever third Truck Series start? Connor Zilisch in the 7 up to second place now, chasing down Ty Majeski. Lots of contact going on there. Heim goes around again. Goes Heim into the wall. Chase Purdy also around back here. More playoff contenders having trouble as Heim got turned by Honeycutt. Bounce off the wall, caused some suspension damage right there. Corey Heim having a rough start to this race here at Bristol. See, Chase Purdy also turned around by the 25 of Ty Dillon. Purdy into the outside wall. He can't afford to have a bad day. Corey Heim cams. He's got a huge points gap coming in anyway because he did so well at Milwaukee a couple of weeks ago, coming home in that second position. As Majeski the lead at the caution. Now it's Connor Zilisch with a great restart. How about Connor Zilisch leading laps here at Bristol, continuing to impress the young driver. Won in his debut at Watkins Glen, the Xfinity Series in real life last week. Behind us, more Connor. There was Tyler Ankrum down the track and into the wall. There goes Ankrum, Taylor Gray, Rhodes, Heim again, and more. A huge crash here at Bristol down the backstretch, and a chaotic start to this race. Ankrum gets slammed hard right in the door at that outside wall. Big damage to Ben Rhodes. Ankrum could not afford that. Remember, he won this race. And our universe, we see Ty Dillon up in the air, flying through the air on his lid. Just glitched through Jack Wood, and Ty Dillon goes flying. He's a new Space Force recruit, man. He's going up to NASA. A huge flip there from Ty Dillon that will end his day as he just phased through Jack Wood. A wild turn of events here. Going to knock out a lot of good trucks here at Bristol. Christian Eckes now leads on the restart over Nick Sanchez here on lap number 20. Eckes leading, trying to drive away. Of course, you see Ankrum, the first playoff driver out of this race in 32nd. Disastrous start to the race for him. He will not be safe whatsoever. Few laps there, we watch Corey Day in his debut in the 81 battling Sawalich for a good top 5 spot. The caution has come out once again here. Bristol yellows up as the 22 of Keith McGee got turned head onto the inside wall by Matt Crafton, and that will bring out the caution here at Bristol Motor Speedway. As Christian Eckes will lead Roger Caruth just about lap there. Now your leader is Nick Sanchez, but look at how far back he is in traffic. A ton of cars who are on the verge of going to lap down. The whole restart got jumbled up, so now Sanchez and your leaders have to try to carefully negotiate, basically right in the middle of a hornet's nest right now, as they are 3, nearly 4 wide trouble, and around goes Sanchez, your leader, into the inside wall. He gets turned by Matt Mills. Multiple other trucks collected. Brett Holmes in it. Eckes end finger gets some damage. You got Corey Day going around there. Sawalich is involved. Bailey Curry in the 44 is collected. And the chaotic start to this race continues. An absolute demolition derby so far today here at Bristol. Barely any green flag racing. Now it is once again Sanchez alongside Connor Zilisch for the lead here at Bristol here on lap 39 as you get back underway. Zilisch on the outside lane trying to get the lead, but here comes Sanchez back in the inside there. Once again, 3 wide behind him, and there goes Corey Heim for like the 4th time into the inside wall, back up into Crafton and Sawalich, and the caution comes out again. See, end finger just hooked Corey Heim. Hard head-on impact there for Heim. Spins right back up into Crafton and Sawalich. Corey Heim is having a terrible day so far. He's been involved in almost every single wreck, but you know what? He's still trucking. So that's actually going to end stage 1 that yellow. So Nick Sanchez, your stage 1 winner over Connor Zilisch, Christian Eckes, William Sawalich, and Ty Majeski, the top 5, followed by Corey Day in his debut. Daniel Dye, Grant Enfinger, Bailey Curry, and somehow, even though he just got wrecked, Corey Heim is going to somehow earn a 1 stage point here in this opening stage. But Zilisch has a problem. He's really slowing down. But Sanchez, your stage 1 winner, gains a crucial playoff point here at Bristol. And of course, more points added to Eckes, Majeski, and Heim's banks, as well as Daniel Dye. Impressive so far from the young drivers of Zilish and Corey Day in the top 6. So Sanchez, your stage 1 winner at Bristol. We head to stage number 2 now. It is Eckes and Sanchez side by side for the lead in the front row. We are back underway here in Bristol. Christian Eckes with a great restart on the outside lane. Gets a nose ahead of Sanchez as Eckes tries to drive away and get the lead here. But the question is, can we stay green for more than a lap? Which has been nearly impossible all race long. And Christian Eckes clear for the race lead, driving away with P1 here at Bristol. And we do get a lap done under green, thankfully. Oh, and as soon as I say that, they go wrecking into turn 1. There goes Stephen Parsons into the outside wall. He got turned by Friesen, collects the 0-2 of Justin Mondaic there, and the caution comes out. Rough day so far for Parsons in that Henderson Motorsports Chevrolet. Tanner Gray also turned around here down the backstretch. A wild, wild race so far here in Bristol as Christian Eckes leads, but now Nick Sanchez gets a jump just like Eckes did in the last restart on the outside lane. So now Sanchez with the advantage going into 1 and 2, trying to secure the race lead and go for the stage sweep. 3 wide for third. William Sawalich trying to bail. Willem Moore caught a big trouble. Around goes Daniel Dye. Corey Heim again, and more trucks around. Caution out again. Looks like it was just a squeeze there. So many trucks all in a close span just all came together and sent Dye and Heim around, and these trucks just continue to lose their minds and forget how to drive and wreck and wreck and wreck and wreck. So on the restart now, it's Christian Eckes alongside the 1 of William Sawalich, putting himself in about the 3 wide move to the inside by Ty Majeski, and a huge crash behind us. There goes Bailey Curry into the outside wall with Tanner Gray. Grant Enfinger, last race's winner, is collected as well. Taylor Gray gets a piece of it as Curry in that 44 truck for Nice gets sent around. Enfinger gets damaged. Caution out once again. So Walich the leader. Now it'll be Majeski and Sanchez the front row. Back underway once again now on lap number 70. Continuing to slug our way through this. And now William Sawalich gives Sanchez a shot once again. 3 wide for the lead out of turn 2. Intense racing. Sanchez prevails, but they're wrecking behind us. There's Connor Jones into the pack. And he'll collect Jake Garcia, Justin Mondaic, Dean Thompson, and many others. As Connor Jones got down the apron, tried to merge back up right into his teammate. Huge crash. Also collects Connor Mozak's number 41. See Heim and Craftsman get a piece of it here at the end, but Connor Jones is done for the night. The 76 is Spencer Boyd, of note, of course, another playoff driver, also out of this race. As you see here, Corey Day got turned around there by Grant Enfinger coming across the line under the same yellow. So Corey Day, who's had a very impressive top 5 run going today, is damaged now. As you see the guys getting out of the race now, starting to get a really long list. You got Jones out, Mondaic out, Garcia out. This is Majeski and Sanchez once again side for the race. They're now 3 wide for third between Sawalich, Corey Day, and Christian Eckes all going at it here. But is Sanchez taking lead up there from Majeski, and the caution will come out again. At this time, a big pile. It looks like that's a 71 of Raja Caruth involved. Indeed, Raja gets, that's Friesen getting turned by Tanner Gray right up into Caruth, who spins down the track and gets beached on the apron. Mozak, Dean Thompson pile in as well. Rough day so far for Raja Caruth in that 71 car. Not getting the runs he's wanted today. Now it is Sanchez back alongside Connor Zilish, who's made his way back up to the front to battle for the race lead. Now here's Caruth officially out of the race in 27th. Our 3rd playoff driver out, joining Spencer Boyd and Ankrum in the garage. And more trouble behind us. That's a big pile up there. It's Crafton. That's a 22 of Keith McGee. Head on to the inside wall, sent there by Majeski, but also was Lawless Allen, who got turned around there by Enfinger, who took a pretty hard lick to the inside wall via Timmy Hill. You see McGee got wiped out by Majeski. Just another big wreck here at Bristol, and the chaos continues. An absolute wreck fest so far today here at the Last Great Coliseum in Bristol, Tennessee. Now it is Zilish and Eckes the front row, side by side, and we're back underway as we continue to grow the list of trucks out of this race and shorten the list that are left to compete for this race. As Zilish, Eckes side by side for the race lead down the back straightaway. Will they wreck behind them? As they're still side by side, and yes, they will wreck behind them, but for the race lead, Connor Zilish will take it over Christian Eckes, and that will be the stage. So Connor Zilish will win stage 2 at Bristol. Eckes, Sawalich, Corey Day, and Nick Sanchez the top 5. Then Caden Honeycutt, Tyler Tomasi in his debut, Chase Purdy, Tanner Gray, and Ty Majeski round out the top 10. So Zilish steals a playoff point from Christian Eckes. More playoff drivers add some more points to their bank. As now once again it is Zilish and Eckes continue to be on the front row here now on lap 114. A little bit later in this run, Sanchez right back in 3rd. Big trouble out of the corner. There goes Dean Thompson, Mason Maggio, William Sawalich, and others. Caution out again. as Christian Eckes leads. Now we have another restart. This time Connor Zilish will clear Christian Eckes for the race lead, but Eckes fights back on the inside lane out of turn 2, and there's Daniel Dye, and they continue to just pile up out of turn 2 every single restart. This time Maggio cleans out Daniel Dye. He goes around, so Wallach gets turned as well. He's having a really good day. Corey Heim manages to avoid any major damage, is somehow still in this race after everything he's been through today. And now this time is Zilish alongside Nick Sanchez. Now Eckes falling back a little bit, so now Sanchez and Zilish will fight for the race lead here at Bristol. We know Zilish has a really fast race. There's the 81 of Corey Day coming down pit road. Issues for the 81 machine. Corey Day struggling late in this race now to try to stay in contention. That's going to cost him at least one lap, as Connor Zilish is now clear for the race lead, trying to drive away from Nick Sanchez, but Sanchez back on the inside. We actually got a lap done under green flag conditions, which is amazing, as Nick Sanchez now trying to take that lead back to get the playoff point with the race win. Not quite, still side by side for the race lead. Connor Zilish, Nick Sanchez putting on a show. Once we've had green flag racing, it's been really good here at Bristol, but we've had very little of green flag racing, and now it'll be Zilish on the outside, most likely prevailing over Sanchez on the bottom out of 4. That is the case, and Zilish to the race lead with 75 to go at Bristol. Now on lap 145 under a caution period. Zilish with some damage coming down pit road, gonna lose a lap here. And that will unfortunately put an end to the contention for the victory for Zilish, who had an impressive run all night long. Corey Day has wrecked out of this race to get back underway with 46 to go in 22nd. Disappointing for the 81. Corey Day had a really strong day going in his debut for McNally Hillsman Racing, but he will unfortunately be out in 22nd as Sanchez and Eckes fight side by side for the race lead here. Eckes, a big run on the top, takes the lead back, and now another great battle for the race lead here, this time between Christian Eckes and Nick Sanchez, two of our championship contenders. You got Tomasi in the wall back there, and Chase Purdy made contact with Tanner Gray, who manages to merge back on the track safely without causing another massive pileup like we've seen all night long. As it continues to be Christian Eckes and Nick Sanchez side by side for the race lead here, having a great battle at Bristol. Eckes on the top, Sanchez on the bottom, both trying to find a way by. Eckes each time gets that great run off the outside lane. This time he'll clear Sanchez into 1 and 2. Christian Eckes to the lead here at Bristol with less than 50 to go, trying to secure a spot in the round of 8 with a win. As now it'll be just 25 laps to go. It is Sanchez now back ahead of Christian Eckes after caution period because Stuart Friesen and Corey Heim both didn't out of this race. Corey Heim finally wrecked out as the ignition failure in Friesen, and the 7 of Connor Zilish has retired. Some sort of mechanical failure has put an end to Connor Zilish's impressive day today here in Bristol. He will unfortunately end up probably coming home around the 16th, 17th position on the grid out of this race because of multiple incidents after leading 50 laps. And now it is Eckes Sanchez once again side by side with the race lead. This time the roles are reversed. Eckes is on the inside, Sanchez on the outside. Sanchez getting a good run out of 2, but Eckes holding him there, staying tight to his left rear quarter panel right down the inside lane, and sends it in turn 3 and 4. It was such a run. Eckes clear for the race lead here at Bristol. Eckes back to the point late in this race, and now we have another restart, this time with just 7 laps to go at Bristol. It is only Eckes and Sanchez on the lead lap. One of these two will win this race and advance to the round of 8. Eckes clear for the race lead over Nick Sanchez already as they go into turn 3 and 4 rather. Eckes clear for the lead, driving away with just 6 to go now at Bristol. They battle. Sanchez is in second. Majeski's a lap down in third, just trying to finish the race on the lead lap. Side by side, you see all the trucks making the rounds of pit lane because of all the damage they've had all day long. It has been a wild one tonight in Bristol, a chaotic race. As Eckes leads with just 5 laps to go now, 2 to go at Bristol. Majeski has unlapped himself, looks to finish the race on the lead lap in third. Eckes is driving away from Nick Sanchez en route to his 3rd win of the season and a guaranteed spot in the round of 8. White flag in the air, final lap presented by Credit One Bank here at Bristol for Christian Eckes, about to advance to the round of 8 with a late race dominant performance and the victory here in a chaotic race at Bristol, holding off Nick Sanchez out of 4 for the final time. Christian Eckes wins at Bristol. He will advance to the round of 8 with his 6th career win. Nick Sanchez comes home in second, Ty Majeski on the lead lap in third, then a lap down to round out the top 5, William Sawallich and Caden Honeycutt, and then you will have Chase Purdy, the 44, Bailey Curry. How about that? Tyler Tomasi coming home 8th in his debut. Timmy Hill and Tanner Gray, the rest of the top 10. As we now look at your final race results here from the Bristol Motor Speedway, Krishnak is the winner, advances to the next round of the playoffs with a win. Still great point stays for Sanchez Majeski, second, third. Chase Purdy, good recovery in sixth. Great debut for Tyler Tomasi in eighth, the 44. Bailey Curry doing a great run in seventh. See that the rest of the grid, Connor Zilish disappointed out in 16th after having such a great run tonight. Taylor Gray, Heim, 18th, 20th. Playoff drivers out. Corey Day, 22nd, his debut. He had a good run, too, before an accident. Then you got Caruth down in 27th, and then Boyd and Ankrum out in 31st and 32nd. As now your Craftsman Truck Series playoff grid heading into the cutoff race at Kansas next week. And it is Christian Eckes, of course, locked in with the win. Sanchez Majeski and Corey Heim have now all clinched playoff spots in the round of 8 on points because they've been so good in every single race so far this round. And then Chase Purdy still looking really, really good at plus 44 above the cut line. Same thing with Daniel Dye at plus 26. Taylor Gray at plus 14. Just no disastrous mistakes at Kansas. He should be okay. But then it is a tight battle for that 8th and final spot. Ankrum and Caruth tied at the cut line. Spencer Boyd obviously out by 16. More than likely going to have to win to find his way into the round of 8. So there's your playoff grid heading to Kansas. And before we end this episode here, as always, I want to give a shout out to my channel members. So thank you to Jeremy Isley and Brenda Brian, my 2 channel members. I appreciate the support from the both of you. And if any of you viewers want to become channel members as well, you can click the link in the description down below or hit the join button, and you'll get access to exclusive perks such as early access to videos, members only polls, and get your name on a paint scheme. We're running the NASCAR Heat 5 season finale at Homestead. So until the next episode, I hope you all have a good one.